Hello everyone, this is Verde, and today we're playing Postal Survivors. Let's try to go for one of those all random builds again, but this time let's use a different weapon, right? A hammer could be nice. A staff could be nice too, like that's a lot of knockback. Guitar, perhaps. The issue I have with guitar is that it is very hard to beat the game with it. Dagger. Dagger, let's go Dagger. Let's poke some enemies in their eyes or something. You know, dagger is I mostly pick dagger because I like some of its upgrades. That's about it, really. We're removing everything, so there is no point in even looking at the boosts. And thankfully, dagger has surprisingly few boosts. Therefore, we should be getting boost early-ish, perhaps. You know. So that's that. How are you guys doing today? I've been doing stuff, mostly a lot of work. I recently have changed a thing. Basically, I was working with in a project, but one very important person of that project dropped out. So that project is basically dead for a while. Like, it will happen eventually when that person has a little bit more time. Therefore, I got to start a new project, which is nice. That new project involves a lot of research. A lot of research. Like, enormous amount of research. I never done that much research for a project before, you know, and that is because I am trying to make a kind of realistic game, and about some very specific things, and I want those processes to be as realistic as possible. And I even cite sources within the game, at least that is a part of the the thing there. I want this game to be very realistic, and I want to cite sources. Therefore, what do we have here? I think the Devil Deal is not that bad. Having some extra lives sometimes helps. Anyway, so because of that, honestly, it feels less like a game and more like a scientific paper, to be honest. But yeah, it is fun. It is very fun to work on it. I mean, I don't know about playing it. It will be one of those incremental games, which is weird because incremental games aren't used to base. Aren't really used usually. Yeah, they don't usually think about anything like, in terms of consideration. There is a game where you bake infinite cookies, and then there is a game where you have infinite, I don't know, antimatter dimensions or stuff like that, right? And this one is pretty reality based, and I want to. It's basically a caveman game, caveman incremental game, where you start out as a caveman, right? The issue is, I want the things that you can do in the game and the processes. I want them to reference real things. That cavemen, not actually cavemen, but Paleolithic humans back in the day did. You know, and yeah, I want it to be somewhat realistic. I want it to be both a playing experience, and I also want it to feel like you were learning from this, right? So there is that. Like, Yeah, and because of that, I have made a little bit of research. The sources, I don't really have to be as precise with the sources. Like sometimes I'll link a primitive survival video. Sometimes I'll link even a Wikipedia article. Actually, I might not link the Wikipedia article because that might change, but I might actually pick the sources from there, right? And the idea is that you'll progress in your little village, cottage, I don't know, and eventually you'll acquire technology. And what do I mean by technology? Well, clay, ceramics, weaving, those kinds of technologies. Napping. Napping is a very big one. Fire, the wheel, all those kinds of stuff, really. And I want them to be in a somewhat. Actually, it won't be in chronological order because the player will be able to, well, basically choose the order they will go for, you know. But I want the inventions to be as uh, depicted in the best way possible. In the most verosimil. I don't know if that's a word in English. So according to reality, and that's my new project right now. You know, it might be a good game. I don't know. I have no idea. The thing is, still gotta figure out how I will monetize that game because, well, I gotta eat, and usually incremental games don't work that well if they are not free to play. You know, sadly, like, yeah, I haven't seen all that many incremental games that are not free to play, which is problematic on its own. So we are finally seeing randoms. I think two more waves, and we'll be getting boosts, which will be nice. Then we'll actually have to think about the game that we're playing. Anyway, uh, and the idea is for us to eventually get into advanced technology and other kinds of stuff, really. But I don't really want to gamify it all that much. Like, it will be gamified because it will have some game design going on. Some things will be gated behind other things just because I think it is the most interesting that way. You know, like, you will be able to, at least in the Paleolithic, you'll be able to give food to other people to do stuff for you. That's one of the earliest automations that existed, by delegation. Automation by delegation, I suppose. But yeah, that is a way of doing Paleolithic expansion. Like, and eventually you will be out of Paleolithic. You will be into the Bronze Age, the Copper Age first. Copper Age is quite short, but you'll be doing copper and bronze, eventually iron, but that will take a while. Eventually steel too. Then perhaps you can get into the whole industrial revolutions kind of stuff. That would be cool. I don't know what the scope of the game is. I still have not decided yet. I will start with the Paleolithic, you know. But I know for a fact that increasing the scope of the game will increase the amount of research I'll have to do. Because electronic assembly is complicated. What did we get? A lot of armor. Great. Electronic and chemistry, that kind of stuff is frightening to me. You know? and I would have to research it to at least this. But for instance, a lathe is something that interests me, like early industrial machining. Perhaps steam age stuff would be nice, you know. Anyway, I am still a lot of open-ended with this game, in my mind at least. But once I start actually producing it, I shall refine the scope a little bit. For now, I'm still assembling a team to work on that, you know. Yeah, I am basically back to square zero real big this time. But let's see, what do we get? Even more armor. So the game has decided that we are not dying. Who am I to disagree with the game, right? If we are not dying, if the game has decided that we are not dying, then we are not dying. We have 27 armor. I would like some regen to complete the immortality check, but some life steal would be nice too. You know, I am poking stuff with my dagger. 27 armor is just a lot of armor for this part of the game. You know, I've had more of that with Elementalist, but you know, that's like 2 purple armors in sequence. Well, who would have thought that 2 purple armors in sequence would give me a lot of armor? Like, I would be dead right now if it wasn't for that amount of armor. Because have been pretty reckless these last waves. Now I got some rain damage. And some more armor. You know, 39 armor. Very good amount. Mint budding is just a regular boost. You know, which is funny. I think, but it is an extra boost, so I won't look at. I will look it on its teeth. Is that how we say? I don't know. I would love to get that double damage. I don't think I am getting it. At least we're dealing some damage with rain. So anyway, basically I have that idea for a game, and I hope that would work. You know, I never actually produced any incremental games, but I did something similar to it with Rollovax. You know, so I think, yeah, it would be fun. It will be fun to design at least. I don't know about playing it. You know, fun is not a good descriptor of the video games, as Balmy often says. Like, because it's so... What did I get? Attack range? Not that useful. I think I got damage or health. Yeah, I got either damage or health. I think I got damage. Yeah, I think I got damage. Let's see, that would be 40 extra damage. Yeah, I think it adds up. I was dealing 120 damage last wave. Anyway, so that's my life right now. I gotta change projects, which is something, you know. I kinda like the aesthetics of the previous project, not gonna lie. But, well, life sometimes just does not want to work with you, you know. And I could probably resume working on that project without that person, you know. But that person was someone who was very invested on that project, and I think that person would very much prefer to, well, be able to work on it on the future, right? When we finally go back to it. So at this point, let's get Desolate Dagger. Why not, right? What did we get there? Dash distance, precisely what you needed. Anyway, since that person... Oh, Desolate Dagger increases attack speed a lot, it seems. Or have I increased the attack speed? I haven't. So I will have a lot of attack speed by the end of this. We'll have some regen too. Anyway, that person would like to, well, be part of this project. So we decided, as a team, to basically, yeah, stay it out with basically no... We basically don't know when we'll be able to work with that. But honestly, yeah, eventually we will. That's the hope, at least. You know? So, yeah. What did we get? Did we get dash range again? Oh, no, we removed. That's fine. So, anyway, we'll be going into my Paleolithic adventure, I suppose. Paleolithic adventure, yes. That sure sounds nice, right? You know, the whole gathering mud to make bricks or tents made out of straw, and playing the first part of the game as a nomad, and then eventually settling. I don't remember if agriculture is part of the Paleolithic, but hey, I could implement some kind of, how do I say it? I could do some kind of artificial selection on some grain. That would be cool too, you know? That would be a cool mechanic to implement into the game. Those kinds of stuff, really. And since food is what you use to automate stuff, you know, because, well, your automation is more like delegation, really. Yeah, sounds fun to make, at least. The thing is, I am not a history guy. I have not been a history guy for what was that last boost? I think it went to health. Anyway, I'm not a history guy, so I'll either have to find a history guy or make a ton of research to compensate for that, you know? And I've been doing some research because, well, even if I happen to hire a history guy, which is a possibility, I still might want to know what I'm doing, you know? An history consultant, I suppose. But that would need to be someone like, I don't know, really. I got someone in my close proximity who did stuff for educational games in the past, you know, but those games were aimed towards very small children and were sold to schools. So yeah, I might get some contacts via that person, you know. But the thing is, yeah, you know, I had a person which is part of the team right now that got a very fun pitch for the game, but it is not a pitch that I will be using all that much. Which is, it's like you picked Doctor Stone and made a game out of it, you know? And it's kind of that, you know. You're trying to progress technology based on the Paleolithic thing. So yeah, like from scratch. So yeah, there is that aspect, you know. And one thing that I really liked about Doctor Stone was getting to know what humanity did at one point, and that anime really wasn't that historically accurate, and that was something that was in my mind when I watched it. Like, yeah, the humanity did not do gold wires with that contraption. Yeah, you're not fooling me there. You know, I I reckon that thing could work, but at the same time, I don't think that was. It does not have any. It does not have any ambition to be historically accurate. But I want to use technologies close to what humans did in the past. I know that way too many technologies that make steel, and I want to make them available for the players, right? At least three of them. I know there is the cementation process. I know there is the blast furnace route. And I want them to be actual routes for the player. And hell, if the player really wants, he can go for all of them. Because yeah, I think that's neat. The game to describe different processes that humankind uh, did figure out in the past. And I know that there is some technology that is kind of lost. Like, we don't still know how exactly do we make a specific time of Corinth bronze, you know? But yeah, what did we boost? Health again? It looks like, or damage. Either way, it was something that we don't really care about. Anyway, I would love to boost bonus damage or attack speed, or both, really. Oh, there we go, an extra boost. Extra boosts are extra juicy here because they aren't necessarily purple. Even some knockback would be nice. Anyway, so yeah, that's the whole idea behind the game, to make processes, technological improvements since the Paleolithic age, and make them somewhat realistic. I don't know if I'll be getting to the Industrial Revolution, but I loved lathes, and I loved steam machines, and, well, not only lathes, but wire mills and other, looms and steam looms. Actually, the loom itself was a very early thing, I might look into Chinese versions as well, because, well, there is a lot of technology that the Chinese used in the past that is still preserved today via tradition and stuff. I watched some documentaries of that in the past. That charger looked a little bit too fast. Not gonna lie to you, but that's fine. I am a little bit too fast. I got speed and region last wave. And, well, I am, very tanky right now because I have high region, high life steal. I am doing something. Sadly, this build does not work that well with other spells. This whole challenge thing. But it allows me to turn off my mind and talk to you guys, which I think some of you guys might like. I don't know. I don't know why you watch this thing. I do know there are not many of you. There are very few of you. You are rare, a rare kind, the ones who watch my videos. you know. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, where were we going? So yeah, that's been going with my life, the whole changing of projects thing. What did we get there? Life seal. 5% life seal. Okay, I realize I'm not dying, am I? This challenge usually ends up making me very tanky, you know? And I don't know if that's the norm, because, I mean, the tanky things are not the norm there, you know? They are an exception in terms of numbers, raw numbers, and I don't think things are weighted differently when random boost is selected, you know? So Vampirus. I mean, why not, right? We haven't managed to play Vampirus for a bit, and we have positive region with that. So let's see. What did we get? Speed, I think? Yeah, I think we got speed. 100 speed is a little bit excessive. And we have a 4th in life seal. So we're basically immortal. You know? Let's grab these things. We're suffering from a little bit of a flow in this house. Not only myself, but my wife and my in-laws as well. Which is something, you know. This weather really isn't the flow, because usually the weather here is so hot that the virus die very fast when exposed to air. You know, what did we get there? Dash charges. Great. So the virus don't spread all that much when, in the summer, I mean. But when the weather becomes a little bit colder, and, well, these last years, the weather has been completely unpredictable. You know, we had some cold days in November, which is weird because, well, we are in the southern hemisphere, so November is supposed to be hot, you know, as December. Basically, most of you guys watching are from the northern hemisphere, so when it's cold for you, it's hot for us, you know? That's the thing. But not really, because when it's hot for you, it's also hot for us. There is no cold here. The coldest we get is 20 degrees Celsius, you know? That's the coldest we ever get here in Rio. Sometimes, just sometimes, like a singular day a year. And this here, I don't think it actually happened. We get a single digit on our thing, you know, but that's so rare. And snow is basically a myth here. It doesn't really happen. Most of us have never seen snow. Most of us Brazilians in general, you know. I know there is some snow in Brazil, but it's very rare. It's very few positions of the map, like the far south of the country, there is some snow. And, well, it is a little bit odd because, given the size of Brazil, you know, there isn't a single. Just how little snow we see is a little bit. Yeah, it's something. And the game is very adamant in giving me dash charges, isn't it? I haven't gotten almost anything worth of offensive upgrades. Thankfully, I do have Desolate Dagger. And Desolate Dagger, well, is a very strong offensive tool. You know. And I think I got more range for it. So that's nice. Because a singular boost on attack speed would do wonders. Like, it would do so much. Would almost double our attack speed. Okay, not almost double, but it would increase by about 50%, you know? because 60%. It would increase it by 60%, which is more rain damage, a lot in my book. And we got size. Finally, we started growing. You know, I really like doing this thing, this random boost thing. First of all, it's strong. It's very strong. You know. And secondly, yeah, I don't need to think. You know, I just pick it, the random boost. And in this game, most of the time, I don't need to think. Period. I am doing the dodging thing, but that's mostly instinct, I suppose. You know, I'm not actively thinking, no, I need to dodge to the left because a projectile is coming, but if I go through the right, I will. No. I just, dodge that way. And then I'll dodge that way. And then I'll dodge that way. Oh, that way seems like a good place to dodge. You know, that's not much active thinking that's happening. And honestly, that is very good. I like not having to think. You know, I don't know what was increased there. Perhaps my health or something. You know, I haven't gotten a single knockback upgrade, or a single attack speed upgrade, or a single bonus damage upgrade, or actually I got an armor desolation upgrade, so there's that. I got at least one of that, which is very much not good, by the way. What did we get now? I didn't even know. Perhaps extra lives. I don't know. So right now, we are very much difficult to kill. You know, first of all, there's that. I have way too much life steal. So, as long as I am hitting something, and I do have rain with 36 damage, I am fine. But my rain does not last for the full 12 seconds. So, yeah, there is a window there where I could be killed. Which is something, you know. Let's achieve immortality. Perhaps I can go Elder Vampire this time around. I have rain. So, yeah, there's that. I think I got speed there. Getting speed is very much detrimental for us. And more dash charges. Yes, we need 17 dash charges. We need to be doing that forever. You know, the thing about Elder Vampire is that... Or perhaps attack range? No, we didn't get attack range. The thing about Elder Vampire is that we would have negative region, unless the Vampire is right now. Right now we don't have negative region, and not having negative region while having these amounts of life steal is crazy, you know. And keep in mind that I am one boost away of from having like great attack speed, from having like 50% life steal. One boost, and I will get 49%. So now the game has changed a lot. Look at that attack speed. You know? And that attack speed also means a lot of more damage because, well, my damage increase with every hit. I have not explained what Desolate Dagger does, you know. Let me do that. Every time it hits, its damage increase. That's about it. For the rest of the wave. You know? And it also has some armor reduction. Which is nice. Now, what did we get now? Yeah, I have no idea. It might have been damage, it might have been health. I don't think this lugger can kill me, but I am not about to find out. Yeah, this lugger cannot kill me. I was around to find out, you know, but... Well, I don't really know. Oh, I got size upgrade. That's nice. I am 1.8 size already. and growing. You know. Funny thing, if I got Revenant, which is impossible due to my incapacity of decreasing life steal, I would be getting like 2.5 life boosts, so I could get, in theory, 10 boosts from a single click, 10 lives from a single click. And that would be probably stupid. You know, let's get multi-hit and random a little bit. What did we get here? A knockback. Finally, some knockback. Not that good anymore, really. But hey, what can we do, right? We should do something against the snipers, though. Because they are very much a threat. As long as I am hitting something, I am somewhat fine, really. You know. I would love an elder vampire. Not in that sense. I mean, I would love to be an elder vampire. Not. I don't know. Perhaps the elder vampire is a much caring guy or girl. I don't know. Perhaps I would love an elder vampire. Never met one. Can't say that. You know. And also, I'm married, so there's that. So I probably would not love an elder vampire, but who am I to know, you know? Perhaps my wife turns into an elder vampire someday. Probably not, right? Yeah, probably not. It feels like I almost always, when doing this challenge, I take the same legendaries. Like multi-hit and lifesteal. I would try to do something different next time. You know, but it is so hard to not take multi-hit when you are doing this kind of thing. Or lifesteal, you know. Because while it does add some KVs, there are KVs that really don't affect your run out that much, you know? I don't know. I guess that same it would be true for Crown of Swords. But the thing about Crown of Swords is that it needs a lot of KVs in order to work. And the chance of me getting those KVs is low. Because, well, I am randomly, you know? It's been a while since I've done a proper Crown of Swords build, this, haven't I? Let's try to do that in the near future. Well, let's random here once again. What did we get? Probably more health, I don't know. Yeah. It is getting hard to track. Yeah, our attack speed haven't increased. This is just my mind. Yeah, I didn't used to have 600 health, I think. 650 health, I mean. So let's get that speed and that boost. Thank you. I'm dealing a lot of damage here. And I'm probably taking very little damage. As well, 39 armor is about enough when you have enough health and life steal. You know, there isn't that many ways that enemies could kill us. And even there is rain with more attack speed, great. And what did we get now? I have no idea. Perhaps something. It wasn't more health, perhaps damage? Damage is like the worst KV for us to upgrade right now. Because it straight up does nothing. How is bonus damage looking? Just 1. But that attack speed, oh boy, that changes things. The enemies are trapping me there. Weird. It would be an issue if I wasn't mortal, you know? This is very much immortality happening here. Yeah. So what did we get now? More lives. 2 of them. I have 6 in total, which is a number. You know. So just in case that I somehow get to die here, which I don't think is that likely, given the enormous amount of life steal that I currently possess. I could come back to life 5 times. I should not pick those speed ups. I am on 140-ish speed. What did we get? Perhaps damage. Yeah, it looks like damage. Not great. So, oh, sniper only wave. And this wave I have to think. Not really, I just have to walk towards my enemies. You know, the hardest part about this random builds are the starting parts where we have to basically survive until wave 15-ish without getting any boosts, you know, and that is somewhat hard sometimes. What did we get? Speed. Not great. Speed at this point is actively detrimental. We are getting to a point where our speed is getting near. It's getting hard to dodge, basically. So we'll be passing that speed thing down there. That level up is so useful because it is 10 more HP. That's about it, really. Oh, an extra boost. There is good. Might be anything, really. And I have a lot of fire right now. But I can basically nullify that, as I did, by stepping on the bog. So there's that. What did I get? Nothing useful. North. Oh, max multi-hits. And range, that was what I got. Honestly, not all that bad, you know. But the thing is, max multi-hits is very much questionable if I don't have... Oh, this is a melee only wave, it seems. Oh, never mind, there are some ranged enemies. I just can't seem to notice them. Very easy to deal, however. More max multi-hits, which is funny. I haven't gotten bonus damage even once, and more speed too. I'm getting to dangerous levels of speed. And I think that perhaps the boss could kill me. Never mind. Oh great, another extra boost. And another extra boost. I love those. Probably these 2 extra boosts will only be used to remove whatever the boss given me. More speed, hey. Multi-hit size, yeah, am I getting that? So first of all, let's use a random to see where we got. We got size. Not cool. Yeah, we are getting bigger. I kinda wish there was a class that wouldn't increase in size. You know. But there is the horse armor, which increases in size even quicker. So I guess, yeah, I guess I cannot complain about that. Also, yeah. Actually, let me poke my wife real quick. I need to figure out if she is okay. She's not sleeping well right now. Okay. Okay, she was sleeping in the wrong position, and now that I see, the armor particles do very strange stuff when the game is paused. Look at that, they start moving, and then they become very weird. Interesting. So anyway, I am a big vampiress. Okay. Isn't there a big vampiress in Resident Evil or something? Like, wasn't that a... I think her name was Lady Dimitrescu? I don't know. What am I getting? Oh, finally, permanent rain. And I think I got range there. No, still at 88. So I should step into the bog sometimes, just to make it sure that the fire goes away. You know? Thankfully my damage increases. Slowly, but surely. Eventually takes over and kills the enemies that we needed to. What did we get this time? I have no idea. Oh god, we are at 7 damage armor desolation. You know, not a good number to have, honestly. No, not a good thing to increase in general armor desolation. Because damage is capped at shoot X by a minus armor. You know, you cannot get further than that. But I guess that basically doubles my damage starting from the second hit, right? Not all that bad. Could be worse. So what did we get there? I don't know. I have no idea. More armor desolation. 9 armor desolation. Yeah, perhaps we got a desolator. Sadly, the enemies do not have armor. If they had some armor, then armor desolation would be strong, very strong. But they don't. Therefore, like, if they had 6 armor, they would reduce our damage by 50%, so we would be able to double it twice, you know, with armor desolation. What did we get now? Multi-hit chance, I think. I have no idea. Most of the time. Dash charges. What did we have now? I'll figure it out. Okay, size. We can't even see our dagger. Okay, it's there. Just believe me. You know. Yeah, we are basically Lady Dimitrescu. A very big vampire lady. That's what we are. Right now. So yeah. Basically immortal too. I believe that's somewhat true to the plot. Finally, bonus damage. That is nice. And we have a very tiny dagger that we use to poke people with. You know? And that dagger has probably the same amount of pixels that we have. Which is funny because we don't have a lot of pixels and we are big. Oh, the level up. Let me take that. So there is another challenge that I have been trying to do recently, but I've been failing. That's why you don't see it uploaded already. Which is to only remove stuff, you know? Only to reduce boosts. And it is very hard. You know, it is very, very hard. But I think I got a strategy that might work for that. You know? I think I got a strategy that might just work for that. I am not sure though. Because, well, yeah. By doing that challenge, I learned a lot about this game. Like what works with negative things, what doesn't. I am still in that process of learning. You know. I think I got more attack speed there. Yeah, 488. Where are we at this point? I don't know. Yeah, I am fairly positive we got more attack speed there. And also the speed at which our attacks are growing to very high numbers is interesting. Not gonna lie. Oh, an extra boost. I love that. Let me get double damage. We're basically killing everything that we step on. We step nearby, I meant. Let's see. What did we get there? I have no idea. Perhaps more damage. I wasn't... Oh, multi-hit chance is higher than I last remember it. And now... Perhaps dash distance... That grew sometime. In the past, I suppose. Also, there is range extension and width extension. I don't think we got a single boost on those ever since we started the game. Ever since we got that thing, actually. And aren't we bigger than we used to? We are certainly bigger than the twins. You know? More dangerous than them, too. You know? But that isn't the hardest thing to happen. This does not work that well with what we have. With Dagger, sadly. So I guess I am getting, I don't know, Gaia's Thorn. Let's see, what have we upgraded? I don't really like that we are getting more KVs. But hey, what can we do, right? I have no idea. Perhaps Elf? Let's poke enemies a little bit faster. And I think with Gaia's Thorn we have reached immortality. Because when enemies hit us, well, they are hit back. You know? Which is fun. Great. So we don't care about these. Let's get a boost. What did we get? Well, aren't these supposed to be red? I have removed them. I have no idea of what did we get. Armor desolation, probably. Never got to this much armor desolation in the game, mostly because armor desolation is not that useful, you know. Yeah. Let me step into the fire real quick, into the bog real quick, just to reset the fire. That number was a little bit scary, not gonna lie. Probably more speed, really. Yeah, probably more speed. Yeah, I don't know. Probably more something. At this point, it's getting hard to tell. My mind is becoming a little bit faded there. I'm getting a lot of multi-hit, and if 39% is a nice number. No, it isn't 100%, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be. I could use some more range, though. More armor, too. Did not get any of those, I asked. You know, I think I got radius on the Torn. Which is nice, you know. 210 radius, we basically outrange almost everything in the game except the snipers. With the Thorns. Which is great, really, because it means that only the snipers could kill us if we stay put. But that will change, don't worry about that. Yeah, that will certainly change eventually. Oh, we got width extension. I do not know if we got it now or earlier. I think we got it now. Our things are extra wide. But it is fun getting hit in this game. You know, because we have way too much life steal. Therefore, what doesn't kill us certainly kills, well, heals us back to full. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't I used to have 5 lives? I have died in some part of the past. Weird. Yeah, I used to have 5 extra lives. 9 bonus damage. Nice. Oh, yeah. I've lost a life. Interesting. I didn't see it happen. I wasn't paying attention at all. Devil Deal is strong, by the way. I don't think I need to tell you that. Devil Deal is very strong. Probably to these fire guys at some point, right? I don't know how that happened, but I did lose a life. So what did we get there? I don't know. I think we got extra big. That's a thing that I think happened. What about now? Even more bonus damage. We are starting to deal damage. A lot of it and very fast. Look at that. We're dealing like way too much damage here. And our multi-hits sometimes roll pretty big. As you can see there. Not that often, but somewhat often. Let me step onto the thing so that the fire goes out. Yeah, thank you. Ouch. What did we get? More bonus damage. We now have all the bonus damage. Now every hit we deal 17 more damage. And considering that we remove basically a ton of armor, that's basically 34, right? And if you get this thing, that's basically 60. 60 something. 60 number. 68. Basically every hit does up to 68 more damage than the previous. Which is a lot. What did we increase this time around? I don't know. No clue. Probably distance here. 400 distance. Let me... That's funny. You know, let's go back to the center real quick. That's funny. Our dash is basically a go back to the center free card. I believe I can only die to fire. Right? Which is a very vampires thing to say. Probably a wooden stake, but these guys are very much... These guys don't seem to be using that many wooden stakes. I got half in width extension, you know. That's a great number to have. That's a big number, you know. There is a lot of fire happening here. My life is going down very fast to fire. You know, I would love more range so I can outrange some more enemies. Elder Vampire. So attacks faster, gets more powerful spells. Yeah, let's see about that. Right? What did I get? I have way too much life steal now, by the way. And the size is stuck. I cannot gain size any further. I love that. You know? I no longer have the ability to grow, but I do have a lot of negative regen. However, that really does not make that much of a difference. You know? Funny that the size is stuck there. Well, the vampire. I got... my size is a little bit bigger than usually, you know? But, yeah. I am a little bit bigger than usual. 4 size. That's a lot of size. But at least I cannot waste any boosts on it anymore. So let's see, what did we get? Something. I have no idea what, but I got something. Thank you for existing enemies, because I have a negative regen now. Anyway, I probably should not use rain anymore. Ouch! I'm very close to losing a life. I was very close to losing a life there. Again, a lot of fire damage. I think that's what you get, right? For doing all of this. Please give me attack speed so I can see how much it increases. I want to know, video game. So it increased by about 120 something. Interesting. Interesting. So, about 10% more, I suppose. Yeah, not bad. I have a vague idea of what's happening. Lag is happening. My model was not rendering there for a bit. Weird. We're basically lagging the game without doing anything, really. But we are lagging the game because we cannot kill enemies fast enough. And because we are dealing a lot of AoE, you know, and AoEs lag the game a little bit, and those are very much not all that strong AoE, so they don't actually kill my enemies. You know, a lot of bonus damage there. That one is a little bit easier to calculate. Yeah, because I went from 17. It would go for 21 naturally, because it's plus 4. But it went to 21.8, so it's 20% more attack speed. Nice. I don't think the boss can kill me. Actually, he can. I just got resurrected, yeah. But I don't think the boss can kill me forever. I just got resurrected once again. This is the most lives I ever lost in a single wave. Not gonna lie. Yeah, the boss is very much able to kill me. Funny. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this mess that we got by the end, you know. We get very funny builds with this. Yeah, certainly. Anyway, see you guys next time.